Right now, if you go to MEXC, make a VIP account, the link in the description, half price trading fees, and you can deposit and trade to earn up to $20,000. I want to thank everybody for watching Crypto Revolution. We talk about everything crypto almost daily, jumping right into the market. Today in crypto, in this video, I'm going to build a possible bullish case. We all know the bearish ideas where Bitcoin breaks below 25,000 and we see 20,000. So what's the bullish case? So let's cover this, deep dive into a lot of different ideas in this video. Bitcoin daily chart. So we've talked about this shoulder, head, shoulder, inverse head and shoulders, which apparently is broken out. You haven't had amazing volume, but you haven't had amazing volume for an extended period of time, right? Right now, the 200 SMA on the daily is acting as resistance. You also have the 200 SMA on the weekly, right? So that's the first level that the bulls have to break is 28,000, 28,200, and then hold it as support. And you can see a move up here to 30,000, 31,000, right? What is it going to take, or what ideas have I found that could mean a move to a lot higher prices? A break of 31,800, could we see $40,000 Bitcoin? Is it possible? And here's the, and I'm going to go over the steps that it's going to take for the bulls to hit a home run here for $40,000 Bitcoin. And again, there's a lot of hoops for the bulls to continually jump through, and the market needs, the crypto market needs a ton of strength in Bitcoin. So let's see if we can build the case. The 4-hour chart. So we talked about yesterday where this is a rising channel. There's a 68% chance that this breaks lower at some point. However, there's definitely room for an impulsive move higher up to 29,000, right? And I mean, potentially this could be an uptrend that continues for even longer. But at some point, a break lower, and then you'd look for a bullish retest of 28,000 if the bulls are going to win this battle. We've got the Bitcoin halving coming. There's a lot of bullish news on Bitcoin spot ETFs that could play out. People are pretty much calling for it to play out in a matter of 3 to 6 months. And so there is a hype factor to people getting in Bitcoin and not missing the move, right? And so that is in place. I'm just telling you now, 2024, 2025, life-changing money is coming. You've made it through a year and a half or longer of just bear market city, right? And so we're getting there. We're getting closer. Every day, we're a day closer to the bull run rally. So stay focused. Keep watching this channel. Subscribe to the channel. Like the video. Leave a comment in the comment box. I'm curious to see what exchanges you guys are trading on. If you would leave me that comment in the comment box below. I've got some ridiculously amazing shout outs to give in my leverage trading group. This person opened up a VRA long, which was a setup that was initially posted in the spot group, but he'd learned to trade with leverage, made $13,667 on one trade. Also, we nailed Ray for 20%, AMB for 44%. So the spot group nailed all these picks. However, this member was in the leverage group, so he knew to add a little bit of a multiple to make it that much sweeter, right? And we're nailing banger after banger after banger in the leverage group. Email me, cryptobitcoinchris@gmail.com. If you're tired of losing money in this market or you want to make more money in all market conditions, I can help you. I mean, we're one of the top groups that I've ever seen in crypto. As far as learning and understanding and how these charts are going to play out, by far, I've got the strongest team, period. Can you build a bullish case, Chris? And so the great thing about what I do is I've worked it out. So I'm at a point where it's kind of like I'm the guy up in the box of a football game, potentially calling all the plays. And everybody's feeding me information from around the globe of, hey, here's what I found. Here's what I see. Here's what so I get an unlimited amount of information on a daily basis, and it makes it so much easier. Bitcoin 3-day chart. Okay, so Bitcoin's moving in this sideways range, but you're forming a falling wedge on the RSI. Now, could you see another move lower on the RSI, closer to oversold territory? and then another move higher? Yes. And that would involve a Bitcoin pullback and then a bounce and then you break out later. But this falling wedge, when it breaks out, I'm looking for Bitcoin upside. It's a Bitcoin 3-day chart. Now, another element, we talked about this yesterday, Justin Sun, the puppet master, CZ, the puppet master, they are manipulating this market. Tron at one point had this triangle, which would have devastated Tron's TRX's price. And Justin Sun pulled off a miracle and got the bounce that he needed to save TRX. Now, here's BNB. CZ, the CEO of Binance, has a ton of influence in this market. He's got a ton of money, and it's very critical that he makes sure that BNB pulls the same type of move here and doesn't drop, because this would kill BNB and potentially you'd see a bunch of issues, serious issues, FTX-like issues, maybe at Binance. Bottom line is it wouldn't be good for BNB to break to the downside because there's a huge drop coming. So what kind of manipulation, master manipulation, will we see in the market based on what CZ, BNB can put together? Bitcoin monthly chart. So your previous cycle top was back here, right? After, this is 2017, right? So the cycle top before last. You had this crazy bull market retrace. This was 65,000 after 3,100, and then ran to 3,800, and then 65,000, and then huge pullback, and then a run up to 69,000. Notice how it hits the upper Bollinger Bands. So these blue bands that are outside the price action, these are the Bollinger Bands, okay? And so you've got the retest of this previous cycle top that happened when Bitcoin ran down here to about 15,000. Remember, these are the monthly candles. And so your cycle top's a little bit lower as far as where the monthly closed back in 2017. Here we saw a retest of the cycle top. Now, this yellow line in here, the middle Bollinger Band, when Bitcoin breaks above the middle Bollinger Band and holds it, quite often you see a move to the upper Bollinger Band. Right now, the upper Bollinger Band's at 40,000. So if this holds true and the bulls can hold, really the magic number, 28,000 is the big test, right? The bulls can't break 28,000, we're going lower. I mean, sideways for an extended period of time. If the bulls can't break 28,000, then obviously the steps aren't going to play out that are necessary to see much higher prices, right? 28,000 is a 28,000, 28,200. A bunch of sellers are stacked there. But the idea here is in the Bollinger Bands, whenever the price action flips, the center Bollinger Band, you see a run to the upper Bollinger Band. So if we go down here and test the idea, you saw a break above the Bollinger Band center line, right? And a run up to the top of the Bollinger Band. Then back down and back tested it, the yellow line, and then the explosive run up to the upside. Now, you can see how the Bollinger Band acted, the center of the Bollinger Bands, right, which is the 21 SMA. You can see that this acts as support. Once it's lost, you saw a huge move down to the lower Bollinger Band. So this could be a bullish idea if the bulls can show up here. I mean, definitely there's ideas where you move sideways for an extended period of time, but this is one idea that could play out, and that is bullish. This is Wyckoff accumulation scheme number 1. And this is basically calling all this price action accumulation or reaccumulation. And so therefore not distribution. If it's distribution, we're going lower, right? You lose 25,000. But if you look how this chart looks, bulls need a bounce and a breakout like we talked about, and this higher high, right? You need a higher high above this high for this thing to play out, right? So they're basically talking about these levels, this range, break out of this range has to happen in order for 44,000, maybe $40,000 Bitcoin. So the most important thing here is this: you build a bullish case, you build a bearish case, and then you let the price action prove to you which direction the price is going. Every minute of every day, we're gathering data. This is a 1,000-piece puzzle we're putting together, And the pieces change by the minute, by the hour. We're gathering more data, right? So if this is a reaccumulation and you get the breakout above 31,800, you're going higher prices, right? Now, in the same sense, if 25,000 is broken, short the heck out of it, right? So be realistic about this market. Bitcoin dominance is booming, right? So I said this is a very bullish chart, and you've got it. You came down and you retested all these previous rejections, right? So after this huge range, you retested it. This thing should go to 58%, right? And what happens is Bitcoin takes off, and this can drag Bitcoin dominance a lot higher, right? So, Bitcoin moving to the upside where altcoins wouldn't move very well. Bitcoin moves more like an altcoin, right? And that would happen in this situation if Bitcoin is bullish, if they're able to break 28,000 and then 31,800, right? Bottom line is this: you got the 200 simple on the weekly, the bear market bottom, and the price action is below the bear market bottom. So you got to flip this level to start talking about a breakout of this trading range and higher prices, right? If you don't break out, you're coming back to the low of the range, and we just move sideways. But if the bulls are going to win right here, you got to break 28,000, hold it, and then you got to break 31,800, and that's this huge level up here where all the sellers are stacked at. You want to see higher prices out of Bitcoin, that's what has to happen. Now, the dollar is taking a dip, and we talked about how this would be good for stocks and crypto, and the dollar is pulling back. How deep will the retrace be? How deep will the retrace be? And then once it bounces, are you going to see the dollar continue to take off higher? And so that's factored in as well. This is the ES1. And so this is good representation of what the stock market's doing. And you can see that you've got this down trending market where you've got this very strong bounce off the daily 200 SMA. I definitely think that if stocks are taking off, this helps Bitcoin. Now, Elon Musk is saying that the SEC needs a comprehensive overhaul. You got to remember, Elon Musk he's getting sued right now by the SEC. The case is tied to Elon Musk's purchase of Twitter last year and the stock trading surrounding the acquisition. So Elon under the microscope over the Twitter pickup, over the Twitter buy. For the United States, this has been a frustrating situation just in general with the SEC because they're slowing down innovation, obviously crypto growth, and everyone's going overseas to start their crypto businesses, startups, coins. They can't do it here, right? So the United States is successfully pushing huge innovation outside the United States. The most important idea here is if Bitcoin takes off at any point, now or later, we'll see Bitcoin act like an altcoin, and everyone will FOMO into Bitcoin. They will buy Bitcoin. Won't be FOMOing into altcoins. If Bitcoin starts acting like an altcoin, then it's going to outperform 95% of all the altcoins. We're still good at finding the anomalies, the altcoins, the special coins that do their own thing, and they move exponentially compared to Bitcoin. And that's where life-changing money is made. So you got to be in the right coins. You have to be in the right coins, period. Chasing 100, 200, 300% gains out of Bitcoin when altcoins do 10, 20, 50x. Clearly, I like the bigger multiples. If you guys like the content that I provide on a daily basis, be sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video, leave a comment in the comment box. Thanks so much. I'll see you guys tomorrow.